I am Antony from England, and I started off my UofN degree in 2001, 20 years ago, with my DTS in Sydney, Australia. I learned about living in community, prayer, and being a Roman Catholic in missions. My DTS was a Catholic-focused school, so we were 8 Catholic students and several Catholic staff and teachers with a focus on ministering to Catholics on outreach. So the YWAM ministry that ran that DTS is called Kerygma, YWAM Kerygma. And since then, I have been involved in running with it in different nations. I learned a lot about ministering together with different Christians and how, as it says in John 17:21, when we are united, then the world will know that the Father has sent his Son for us. So a TESOL course took me to Canberra, where I learned about teaching English. And I was always grateful that time in Canberra because they permitted me to drop in on an SBS lecture and a lecture at the Biblical Worldview School. I was able to mingle with other students and find out what they learned. And it gave me an interest in taking those courses in later years. So I felt I'd like to learn more about the Bible so that I could be more effective in ministering the Word of God. Well, I took my SBS in Lonavala, India in 2005, as well as the follow-up Titus course in 2006. I enjoyed getting into the Word, and it was a joy to understand more of the Word of God. We really focused on it, and I even went on staff for a bit. I recall I wanted to work on leadership skills, moreover in the area of how to work better with people. So I decided to learn some counseling skills, and I attended the Introduction to Biblical Counseling in Zambia, 2007. I followed up with an addiction behavioral counseling school in 2008. Well, I really enjoyed that course in Uganda. It was really getting to the heart of who I was. I really remember, crying in some stages. It was really emotional for me, addictions counseling. So I was also glad to be back in Africa there, where I really felt my calling. And I followed up with the School of Communications in Rwanda in 2010. And I was able to look at the cause of the impact of the genocide, actually from a Catholic perspective, which was quite touching. Visiting 4 of the different genocide sites there as well, and interviewing different people, quite moving experience. My School of Leadership Development was in Mombasa, Kenya in 2015. And I felt some decent leadership, personal care took place at that school, tools I could carry on using. I ventured wider to the School of Word and Spirit in Scotland, 2017, where we learned how to allow our spirit man to be nourished by the Word. And then I realized, well, with all my courses, I was probably pretty close to a degree. So in taking the School of Biblical Worldview with Experience Asia, it's allowed me to complete this degree. And the school has been good for me to learn more about what I understand outside the usual framework of church. For example, getting into understanding ethical dilemmas and in a wider appreciation. I think that now I can appreciate more what others believe while holding things in an easier tension. I used to want to have to be right all the time with things. That's okay, but when it would cause a lot of tension with others. So I think there's a way to learn to understand each other's viewpoints in a closer way, but at the same time being able to continue as friends. So one thing the school also did was, well, I remembered that actually I really like science. I used to always have a look at the New Scientist journal. Like every week it came out, whenever, back when I was a teenager. And so thanks to God, it's now rekindled that interest in me. I really like just looking through things, but I want to do more than just know stuff. I really want to make it practical. So that's really my question. How can whatever I learn make it practical? And I think when I work in Africa, sometimes it's possible. How can we have solutions for some of the different problems that we see and we come across in East Africa? So I've really appreciated the ongoing learning I've managed to do in these years, and specifically the opportunity to take courses as and when I needed them or was available to take them. I felt like I was adding tools to my belt, to my missionary belt, while on my YWAM or my UofN journey. And I have a passion for the UofN, and being able to bring many people into DTS and YWAM courses. I want to see what people's interests are and if YWAM can help to foster their call in the Lord and in missions. Developing people to serve strategically in their lives as missionaries. That's almost a mission for me, mission statement. By the way, I married my wife, Rose, a Ugandan, in 2018. She came on DTS, and we're currently in England waiting to return to Uganda, but still doing some ministry here too. It's been great to connect with you.